Good morning, sunshines. Welcome back to my channel. What inspired this video, which is going to be about healthy, happy habits that kind of have changed my life really, is the fact that I kind of broke one of them yesterday, and Mariana came over and I had just kind of eaten some tacos and stuff, and she brought over a bunch of food and I just went ham. I usually don't overeat, I don't overindulge, I kind of portion control, and that's what allows me to eat a lot of the foods that I want. But yesterday I did not, and I woke up this morning feeling swollen, feeling miserable, just in this like weird food hangover kind of vibe. And it just reminded me that I don't do that anymore and that I haven't felt like this in so long. And so it made me appreciate the healthy habits that I have built to get to this point of feeling, at least where my body feels good every day. So I thought maybe we could go through and break down some of those habits, and maybe they'll help you, because they definitely help me. And I wish I had adapted a few of these a lot earlier. But regardless, without further ado, let's jump into them. These are my 10 healthy, happy habits that help me live a healthy, happy life. I'm so cringe. I love you. Let's go. In no particular order, my first healthy, happy habit would be portion control, and that's what I was thinking about last night. It's just that I just kept eating and I was totally not hungry. I don't even know, I was just in a weird like zombie food mode where I just couldn't stop, and it was just yummy. I'm sure plenty of people get into those kind of zones where they're just zoned out and just don't stop eating. When it hurts that night or the next morning, that is how I learn to not do that again. For example, I know there's certain foods that make my stomach hurt like nothing else. And I feel like maybe it's like a gluten intolerance kind of thing, because bagels is one of them. And I will be in so much pain, my stomach will be so swollen. And so I think of that pain and then I'm like, would I rather be comfortable or would I rather be uncomfortable and enjoy this for like 1 minute? 9 times out of 10, usually I can think of that discomfort and be like, I want to feel good tomorrow. I know what makes me feel good, so if I focus on that, then I always make better decisions. And I think portion control is just the biggest thing. It really allows me to eat a lot of what I want if I just don't overdo it. I've just become really good at portion control, save for last night. But it inspired this video, so that's okay. Healthy habit number 2. Max is on my table that's holding my camera and just shaking it back and forth for no reason. You can probably see him pop up here in a second. Yeah. Second healthy habit. Now, I integrated some habits that weren't directly like food or exercise related, because I think mentally there are a lot of things that you can incorporate too that will just make you happier and more clear-minded. Second habit is clean house is a happy house. I will preach this to anyone that wants to listen, but me investing in a maid is one of the best decisions I've ever made. First of all, cat hair gets everywhere. Just someone that can just really dig into those corners and just knows where and how to. Like the basic clean stuff, take care of yourself. But a maid, I'd rather give up my eyelashes, my nails, my spray tans, everything, and just keep the money for my maid instead, because it's just such a relief after she comes and leaves and everything's clean and all the cat hair's gone and everything's like scrubbed down, all my laundry's done. It's a clear mind thing. And then also like on my own, clearly, every day I make my bed every day. It's one of my favorite things to do. I love walking into my bedroom to my made bed. It's not like the most beautiful, perfect bed ever. I don't have like the coolest things, but like just a freshly made bed is such a calming, nice feeling for me. And just walking into my room, if it's not made, it just bothers me. And like, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me. I hate that sight. It's just annoying. So I do try to keep my house more organized, more clean. That's something I've struggled with, but that I'm okay at, and I try to really focus on and make a priority in my life. Third healthy habit. This is something that I've noticed, especially as I get older, that when I was like 20 years old, I feel like I could do 4 nights in a row on 3 hours of sleep and I would be totally fine. But nowadays, I don't function on no sleep, and I've realized how important sleep is for your body, especially like, I don't know, weirdly enough, like a random thing to bring up, but I have this big zit thing on my face and it was absolutely awful, and I messed with it and I shouldn't have, but it was like a scab and it was the worst and it was swollen, and when I looked down I could just see it. It's why I haven't tried to record too terribly much recently. But I go to sleep and I sleep for my full 8 hours and I wake up and it's like weird. Your body just repairs itself. It's like this miraculous machine that just fixes itself. It's all these millions of little cells just fixing themselves. Isn't that weird and cool and amazing? And the sleep did it. Your body can heal so much stuff while you're sleeping. It's really your recharge session. That's my third one. I highly recommend getting your fully recommended hours of sleep, because it really helps me focus better that day and I just have better days. So speaking of sleep, my next habit is something that I feel like people bring up a lot with me, and that's caffeine. Caffeine is a diuretic and it dehydrates you, it makes you pee a lot, it makes you not absorb all the water that your body probably needs. So for me, a habit that I have adapted is that I don't drink a caffeinated beverage unless I'm drinking like an extra glass of water to make up for it. And that's not just like your allotted amount of daily water. It's that plus extra water if you're gonna drink caffeine. Caffeine is great all in all. It's probably not the healthiest choice that you could make for yourself, but if you're going to drink it, make sure that you're taking care of yourself and your hydration. Oh my gosh, he's literally coming back up here to knock down my camera again. Stop it. Stay hydrated, my friends. If you're gonna have your caffeine, make sure you make up for it with water. Another happy, healthy habit that really, really contributes to overall happiness. I think it's really important to focus on the positives and to really be grateful for everything you have in your life. I know a lot of people will do like grateful journaling and things, which I think is wonderful. And I also think it's really important, and for me especially, it makes me feel particularly fulfilled when I go out of my way and make sure that I take an extra moment to tell other people how much I appreciate them, especially if they've been there for you, or they call you when you're down, or they do anything for you in any way, shape, or form. I just try to make sure that I tell people that I appreciate them, because it is rare to find nowadays that people that just completely do things for you without thinking of themselves at all. And I think that's so cool and kind, and it boggles my mind sometimes. So always, always tell people you appreciate them. I think that means so much to people, and you don't even realize it until you kind of get the message or send the message, and you're like, wow, that really made me feel good inside. Do it right now. Pick up your phone. Do it right now. I know you can. Kind of going back to hydration. I don't know about you guys, and I've gone through different phases of my life, but I'm just talking about myself right now, in that I cut out almost all alcohol because I've realized that I'm just, first of all, unless it's maybe a glass of red wine or something, I am not just a happy drunk. It's a depressant. It tends to just, maybe not while I'm drinking it, but later it will always kind of make me feel sad and down and like downtrodden and just meh. So I think cutting it out just is really helpful. And also I just don't recover from drinking alcohol anymore. It's like when I said I used to be able to go 3 days with no sleep, I used to be able to function perfectly fine hungover, and now it doesn't happen, does not happen, cannot get out of bed. I just feel better when I don't do it. I'm not recommending it or saying anyone else or judging you or anything. I'm just saying that from someone who used to drink very frequently, I feel healthier and happier now that I don't as much. Just throwing it out there. Here you go. For another mental health tip that I think I've learned, and I find that I'm always kind of giving tips to my friends and stuff about, is that you have to stop taking everything so personal. Because I find that people will do certain actions and then you will be offended by those actions, and you are just like, you just take it personal. You're like, they must have done that to offend me. And I have found that if you really think about it, most of the time, people's actions are not to directly offend you. They may do it and kind of know that maybe it'll upset you and they do it anyway. But at the end of the day, it's about them. It's about themselves, their life, their journey. It's not about you. And making it about yourself and being offended and just like trying to work yourself up over it is like a waste of time and energy, I find. Well, next time you're upset at someone about some random thing that they did that kind of hurts your feelings, like you just have to stop, think about it. I'm not taking it personal. For example, hi, excuse me, ma'am. Can I help you? I was just wondering if there was maybe a bathroom that I could use, possibly. I'm so sorry to even ask. I really, really have to go. No. Bathrooms are not open to the public. That's totally okay. Thanks anyway. I really appreciate you. I don't think that person has a personal vendetta against me, and I'm just kind of like, you do you, boo-boo. Don't take it personal. That person's going through their own shit. Because even if it is a personal attack on you, it's still because they're struggling. They have some demon inside of them that they're trying to work out. So I'm like, it's probably more about them than it is about me. I think that's really important. Helps my mental well-being. On another, old lady tips with Nikki B, I try to see more of the sun every day. Go out there, soak it up. You want to get in your vitamin D for at least like 15 minutes, maybe half an hour. Just make sure you're out in it, you're outside, you're breathing in the fresh Los Angeles pollution, JK fresh air, and you are getting that sun in. However, my healthy habit, along with getting that sun exposure, love it. Put on your damn sunscreen. 20-year-old Nikki thought she was so cool. She was like, I never burn. I don't need sunscreen. Who needs it? I want to slap her. I want to slap her in the face. Poor 29-year-old Nikki now has to deal with your bullshit. Like sun damage, everything else. Just wear your sunscreen. It's really not hard to do. There's nothing wrong with it. Just protect your skin. It's good for you. It's good for your aging. It's good for your health. It's good for your overall well-being. It's good to protect against skin cancer. Like, there's no bad side to it. Just do it. Wear your damn sunscreen. This is my last tip, and please forgive me if I only did 9 instead of 10 tips, because I'm counting now and I think I kind of combined 2 of these, but that's okay. Last tip is meditation. Everyone always talks about it, and I used to think it was so annoying when people did. I was like, okay, yeah, meditation helped everything. I'm sure, right? But I'm not even kidding. It's every time, and again, this is not sponsored, but I love my Calm app, okay? Every time I open my Calm app, which maybe Max could use, it says, take a deep breath. And every single time I see that, I'm like, and the act of doing that it just proves to me of how shallow my breaths are usually, and how good it feels to just fill up my lungs completely and let it out. And that's kind of what meditation is to me, is just focusing on the fact of every part of your body, your fingertips, the tips of your toes, everything, and just allowing yourself to fill up your lungs all the way, to let it out, to just function on just your body for a minute. I just think that's wonderful, and it's important to me to kind of separate all the chaos of life from my body, and just the fact that it works, and it works well for me, and all of these things that I take for granted constantly are still there, functioning, working for me. So meditating is really important. I think it's just helpful if everything in your life is chaos and going to shit. It's just like, at least you have that 10 minutes to where you're kind of thinking about nothing for a minute. Don't forget to meditate. I think the Calm app's great for it. There's probably tons of other apps. I pay for the Calm app, I know, so I'm sure there's other free alternatives. That's just my favorite and my go-to. Healthy habit, number 10. Last healthy habit, maybe a bonus habit, I don't know. Exercise every day. I will spend a lot of time in front of my computer. I like to play video games. I like to sit and do nothing. I like to watch Netflix. I'm a casual potato, but you know what? My body pays for it when I do that, and I notice that after, a week or 2 of being more sedentary. And it's really important to stretch, to use all of your limbs along with, meditating. It reminds you that all your limbs are in fact there and moving and can move, and I don't want to lose my flexibility and my cardiovascular system. Well, I wouldn't lose it, but I want it to be high and functioning always. So it's really important to get your heart rate up every day, and I think that's kind of a no-brainer for me because I've been kind of working out for so long and everything. So don't forget, it's really important. At least just like, even if you're sitting at a desk job for 8 hours a day, like make sure you're going on a little walk and, do whatever you can next to your desk. Go outside and do a couple jump squats. Whatever it is that you can do. I don't even know. Every day. Don't skip a day. Do it every day. So that's it. And that is going to conclude this video. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope those tips were at least somewhat helpful for you, even though I think a lot of them were kind of obvious. But maybe they are to me and maybe they're not to you. So hopefully something in there triggered something, helped you out in some way. But yeah, that's all for me. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. Give the video a thumbs up. And I love you guys. And I appreciate you every single day. I'm so grateful for you. I will see you in the next one. Bye.